Hi, fifth graders. We are back to read two more chapters out of Save Me a Seat. Where we left off last week was Joe had finally figured out how to deal with Dylan, but then Joe's mom got in the middle of it, and Dylan retook control and made fun of Joe. All right, let's pick up where we left off in chapter 23, Ravi. How do you like Einstein so far, Ravi? Asks Dylan. Actually, it's pronounced Ravi, I say. Today has been my best day so far. I've been looking forward to eating lunch with you since day one. Did you hear that, Dink? He's been looking forward to eating lunch with me since day one. Isn't that so nice? If you say so, says Tom Dinkins. Is that your lunch? Asks Dylan, pointing to the raita on my tray. I nod. There's vegetable curry, too, I say. Let me guess. Did your mother make it? I nod again. Amma is a very good cook, I say proudly. Would you like to taste the curry? Dylan smiles at me and winks. You first, he says, handing me his spoon. Have you ever tasted chili before? In India, we call it rajma, I tell him, and it's served with rice. Yeah, well, this is American chili, Dylan says, pushing his tray towards me. Don't be shy. Take a nice, big bite. I dip the spoon into the chili and put it in my mouth. It tastes horrible. It's oily and sour, and there's something strange and sandy about the texture. Dylan is watching me closely. Something about his eyes looks different. They're glowing almost. What's the matter? Don't you like chili, Robbie? He asks. I shake my head. It doesn't taste like rajma, I say, unable to swallow the horrible substance. It must be all the hamburger meat they put in it, he says, slapping me on the back. I cough and spit the chili out onto the table. What the heck? Says Jax, jumping up. I'm vegetarian, I cry, grabbing the sleeve of my jacket and wiping my tongue with it. I don't eat meat. For some reason, Dylan finds this hilarious. He starts laughing, and pretty soon all the boys around the table are laughing too. I don't think it's funny. Alma would cry if she knew. And Parima? I don't even want to think about what Parima would say. Dylan had made me taste beef. How could he do that? Didn't he know that from my surname that I'm Hindu and eating beef is a sin? My heart and head are swimming. You should see your face right now, says Dylan. It's hilarious. Almost as funny as it was when I winged you with that ball. Dylan screws up his face, squinting as he tries to imitate the way I must have looked, trying to play baseball without my glasses on. I don't understand what's happening. Why is he being so mean? Pramrod and I kidded with each other all the time, but never like this. Dylan starts rubbing his nose and imitating the way I speak. What are you about to witness is pure magic, a secret handed down from ancient times, he says, exaggerating my accent. Is this how American friends treat one another? I don't know what to do. If I get up and leave, Dylan will think I'm a coward who can't take a joke. I decide it's best to sit quietly and just wait for it to be over. I look at the lump of half-eaten chili sitting on the table. I can still taste it in my mouth. Maybe the buttermilk and Alma's curry will help to wash it away. I use my cloth napkin to wipe up the chili. I'll be sure to throw it away after lunch so Alma won't find any evidence of the chili. I'll also need to keep my shirt buttoned up to hide the bruise on my shoulder. As I open the bottom compartment of my tiffin box, a familiar waft of mustard seeds and onion drift into the air, and I feel relieved. Disgusting, says Dylan. What is that? I dip my spoon into the rice, scoop some up, and hold it out to him. It's vegetable curry with okra and chickpeas, I say. Do you want to taste it? He looks at me weirdly. Dude, are you kidding? He says, and he slaps the spoon out of my hand. Do you think I want to be a stinkhead like you, curryhead? You've been stinking up the place ever since you got here. I have to hold my nose whenever you walk by. We all do, right? Tom Dinkins laughs. You got that right, Dill, he says, waving his hand in front of his nose. I can't believe my ears. Is this really what Dylan thinks of me? What they all think? That I smell? How is that even possible? I take 2 showers a day, sometimes even 3. If I smell of anything, it should be of sandalwood soap and coconut oil. Dylan winks at me and grins. He doesn't look like a movie star anymore. His crooked teeth and beady eyes remind me of Shakti Kapoor, the most notorious villain in Bollywood. All this time, been assuming Dylan wanted to be my friend, but I couldn't have been more wrong. I bet his mother stinks of curry too, shouts Dylan over the laughter. Everybody in that neighborhood does. My face burns and my legs are shaking like are having a fit. I want to 1. Punch Dylan Samreen in the nose. 2. Insult his mother. And 3. Tell him he looks like Shakti Kapoor. But here is what I do instead. 1. Push on my glasses and rub my nose. 2. Pick up my things. 3. Run away as fast as I can. Dylan doesn't bother to follow me. I can hear him laughing his head off and slapping his sides. Come back, Curryhead, he shouts. But I just run like I'm running for my life. Now that is not very cool. Name calling is not cool, but then making fun of somebody for their culture and the way that they eat, that is absolutely terrible in my book. Chapter 24, Joe. I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that 1 minute Ravi is sitting at the table next to Dylan, and the next minute he's running out of the cafeteria so fast those white shoes of his are flying like a blizzard in a snow globe. Come back, Curryhead, Dylan shouts. I could have told Ravi not to sit at that table, and I could have told him that it was only a matter of time before Dylan would come up with a mean nickname for him too. Ravi thinks I'm dumb, and I'm pretty sure he thinks I was the one who tripped him, but I can't help it. I feel sorry for him. It's not easy being a zebra. In fact, it sucks. Okay. So those are our 2 chapters for today. Go ahead and make sure you do the response, the Google form, to reflect on what we read today and save me a seat.